Welcome. It's a Monday. Hi, Mary. How are you? Welcome. All right, y'all. Hopefully the links are working. I know in the little bit of time, some of the links are working, some of the comments are working. So if you leave a comment and I don't get to you, please understand that sometimes, for some reason, some of the comments don't go all the way through. But I try to get to you afterwards. Clicking on the link is probably the best way to stay in touch with us. Well, thank you for being here. Happy Monday. It definitely feels like a Monday to me. Joe and I had a very busy weekend full of workshops. So on Friday night, Joseph did Speaking to Heaven. And it was a small, intimate group. And the mediumship work that he does is really phenomenal and very impressive, especially in a personal environment like that. So everyone received a reading. It was spot on. It was really beautiful. And then on Saturday, there was, and this was at Jamar Enlightenment Studio in Palm Beach, Florida, for those of you who were wondering. And let's see, Saturday was connecting with your guides, and then we had a class on channeling. Sunday we did healing, and the entire room was vibrating. I'm very, very sensitive to energies. I feel I always have been, but after that, major shift that happened, now I see everything as energy. So the entire room was vibrating in a way that I hadn't felt in a very long time. So it was pretty awesome. And then Joseph did some channeling. So it was a really great weekend. But today, all of my energy feels like, wow, I have been just resting, doing some self-care, meditating, connecting with my guides. And I received some really awesome information, which was that I feel like, I'm a teacher by trade. My mother was a teacher, a dance teacher, and I became a dance teacher, actually a professional ballroom instructor at a very young age. At 11, I started dancing with my mom and my dad. And at 14, 15, 16, I started kind of teaching a little. By 18, I was teaching some of my friends in high school. By 19, I began training with Fred Astaire Dance Studios. I know this is something people don't probably know about me. So from the time I was 19, I traveled. I went from Fred Astaire to Arthur Murray to all these different dance studios and developed this really great teaching strategy of how to break down the core steps into these little micro movements so that everyone could learn. And, we had such a success rate teaching this way. And the last, I would say, go. The internet's been a little glitchy, y'all. I'll be back. If it pops off, I'll be back within the minute, hopefully. Or I can maybe tap in on my phone. I'm not sure. So the last few years, I opened a professional training academy for teachers. So I taught this method to teachers. And what's so great is they still are running and operating dance studios, successful dance studios to this day. So I grew my industry. And I love that. And so when Source began talking to me, I'm like, why are you talking to me? I don't know why you would be telling me all this information. And it said, because you are a teacher and you have a really good ability to break down concepts and then break them down a little further and then break them down a little further so that we can really digest these little nuggets of information. And Source said, so here it is, boom, download. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me, all of that? And it said, yes, now you figure out how to teach it. And I was like, so there began my journey. I would say about 10. I mean, I was always talking to Source, but officially I would say when my daughter's 13, about 13 years ago, I began teaching this ability to connect with Source. because Source tells me that everyone has the ability to speak to the other side, across the veil, that there is an entire energetic universe that loves us, that we're a part of, that we are not alone, never been alone, that has our back, that like takes care of us, and yet we don't believe it, or we don't know it, or we just don't know how to tap into it. We don't know how to use it. Because I believe that I know there's a difference between believing and knowing, by the way, energetically. So if there's something you think you believe, do a little more deeper energetic vibrations and see that you know. And when you know, that's what opens the doorway to receiving all of this knowledge and this information, is knowing that it's there. Knowing that Source loves you, knowing that Source has your back, prime Source energy. And I don't know what word you want to use, because Source doesn't care what you call it. I promise. My son calls it Bob. It's fine. I promise you. God takes no offense if you want to call him Bob. Don't burn me for that. I mean it. In fact, that's why you see a lot of what I have is called NoNaMe. It's NoNaMe, because for many years I said, I need a name. People want a name. They tell me I need a name. And so I got NoNaMe. I'm like, NoNaMe. Oh, no name. NoNaMe. That's the extent of the name. So what I mean by that is God, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Hinduism, Judaism, it's all the same stuff, all going in the same direction of the universe. So however, whatever you want to create, some people talk to angels, some people talk to fairies, and they are all beautiful entities that exist within this realm. They're manifestations of Source. So let's say Source is like this giant Play-Doh. And Source, like they said in the spark of life, created the universe. Well, and so came the angels, and so came the bees and the birds and the butterflies and extraterrestrials. They are just like us, only they are a different manifestation of Source. And Eckhart Tolle says many of the ascended masters and the teachers in Hinduism call it Lila, which is the game of form, because this amazing Source energy just loves to create different forms. I am a creation of Source. So this body, Source created me, gave me a little spark, and here I am. Same goes for you, right? Same goes for you. The same goes for the little ant. Yeah. So when I started feeling the energy of the ants, I was like, oh my gosh, the little ant has a soul. And that was intense. I mean, I know we kind of maybe understand that or think we do, but this ant has the same energy that I have, and I feel it, and it has a consciousness to it, and it has a love to it. And trees have the same energy that's inside of me is inside of the trees, and I feel that. Cockroaches, which I really don't like. Sorry. And they will never harm you, and they don't bite, but I picked it up as a child, a fear of cockroaches. And even now, and I was always like, just kill it, just get it out. And now I can't. And now I just stare at it. And like it stares at me, and I feel its little energy, and I'm like, be gone, little bug, please move away from me. Don't come near me. You know, does that mean we have to keep everything alive? No, I mean, because also the moment that form dissolves, it just dissolves. So that beautiful little piece of energetic form that was inside the cockroach just goes poof and goes back to Source, and then redoes its thing and comes back wherever it wants to go. I do actually feel we've had many experiences before. We've been birds and bees and butterflies. I actually feel that. And I didn't understand that for a while, but speaking to younger children and groups of them, many of them, especially younger, have had experiences of being wolves. And I believe wolves are potentially highly sentient beings. There was just so many people with saying the same thing over and over. And, you know, the children were telling me many times they felt like they were an eagle. They felt like they were a wolf. They felt that connection. And I had another light worker tell me that maybe potentially wolves are a type of ascended master, and we can live in the wolves and then we come into a human body for a different experience. But I guess we'll really know when we really cross over to the veil. That's when things are going to get really fun and really interesting. All right, so a couple of things, and I definitely want to get to readings for everyone. I'm definitely going to do some readings today. I want to get us caught up on a couple of things. So what I was trying to say with the dancing is that I heard that I will be making a school of some sort. I know I have some property up in Carolina that I call Sanctuary, and I heard Source Sanctuary Schools, something along those lines. And I think I'm going to do something online to start with some classes and courses. I really would like to shift for this to be my full-time, job. I go into the 3D world, I make a lot of money, and then I move into my source connection, and there's really nothing that compares to being here with you guys and being with source. And to be honest, at this point, there really isn't anything more important to me, because the energy that we are creating right now together by us listening is what's elevating the vibrations of the planet. And that's also so the planet is in this, this shift, and I know all of us feel it. There are lower vibrational, energetic influences. That was said really diplomatically. Lower vibrational, energetic forces that are here that would really love to keep our energy low. So what does that mean? Just when you feel like you're feeling a little better and you're meditating and things are just going better, maybe work is going better, something will happen to try, if your energy is raised, something will come up to try to tank it. And the reason this happens is because this lower energy loves you as an energetic source, and it wants your energy to feed it. We don't want to, be upset about that or be angry about that. It's just the way that this energy works. Okay. So I don't want to give it any more energy by energizing it. I just want you to be aware of it. So, and I have felt this energy. And what's so fascinating about it is I'm going to go into more detail on a class. I already saw that today. I'm going to go into more detail on a class. I don't want to go into too much detail now because the subject can be a little, there's some fear behind it, but this lower energy wants there to be fear around it. It feeds off of fear. And how often do we feel fear? Many of us think, okay, we're not afraid. I'm not afraid of bears or whatever. But the reality is we are afraid often. We're afraid of losing our houses. We're afraid of not having enough money. We're afraid of eating too much food and getting unhealthy. We're afraid of getting sick. We're afraid of sometimes the people we're living with. We're afraid to say a lot of this stuff out loud to we're afraid. A lot of times we're afraid. Well, when we're afraid, this lower energy source is like, yes, give it. Yeah, give me more, give me more. Oh, you should be afraid about that too. Don't forget about that. Oh, and then you're like, no, I'm feeling better. I'm meditating. I'm doing my thing. And then you walk outside and all of a sudden like a puff of pollution comes into your nose. Oh no, the earth is going down. That's it. The earth is polluted. Our water is polluted. The cars are polluting. We should be afraid. There it is. It's dropped you back down. Now your energy is dropped. And now all of a sudden, the moment your energy drops low, and it could be from like the smallest little thing, a puff of pollution or someone cutting you off in the road, that tanks your energy back down. When your energy is tanked back down, these lower vibrational they look like streams, to be honest to me. They're like streams of and they look a little dark, a little sludgy and just mucky. That's why it feels so heavy and so dense. When you're not feeling well and you're feeling unhealthy and you just feel so heavy and things just feel so heavy and you're just so tired and you're having a hard time focusing and a hard time thinking, You're stuck in the sludge of this lower vibrational energy. Now, if we can't trace where this energy came from, which most of us, it happens so fast that we don't really, and if we're not properly trained, we just move on. The puff of pollution, the little thought, oh, the world's going to end, what, it's over, we're on to driving. But our energy's tick, tick, tick. Now, when your energy goes down a few clicks, you're in a different vibrational stream. And inside that vibrational stream, other lower vibrational energetic people and situations and circumstances that are also in this lower vibrational energetic stream are now accessible to you. So maybe that person who's at a lower vibration, now you've lowered your vibration, now they're going to cut you off. Okay, so now you're like, what? That person just almost hit me. Oh my God. And everyone here knows that when you're on the road, it's like a war zone. Like, the amount of people that are yelling at each other and screaming at each other and honking at each other, it's like, it's intense out there. Okay, so now our energy is dropped low, and now we dropped low. This person cut you off. Now you're feeling even more crankier. And you get a phone call, and it's your child, and they said something rude to you. Oh my God. And now that situation happened because your vibrations went click, 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 click. Okay, so now you're going, and maybe you're at Walgreens, they don't have your prescription. Oh my God, that's it. You were like tanking. Now you get into an argument with someone. Now you're driving around in this vibrational, dark, sludgy cesspool of all sorts of cosmic energy moving and flowing in and out of you because your vibrations have dropped. So now your thoughts begin to align and hook in like a battery cell phone charger into this lower vibrational energy. And now your thoughts are aligned with this energy, and every other person in the entire world, probably beyond, that dwells within this vibration pattern and the thoughts that they're creating in this vibration pattern are now accessible to your brain. And when it hits your brain could say things like, oh, you're just, I don't know what it says. Mine says like, you're not good enough, or no one wants to listen to you, or why do you even try doing this stuff, or oh, you're not good enough to do this stuff, or oh my gosh, the things in my mind. I mean, and it's not my mind per se, it's a collective mind that is linked into that particular energetic vibration pattern. And it goes lower and lower and lower. If we do not catch it and heal it, it goes lower. So now what's lower from there? We're starting to get into depression now. Now we just cannot see how everything's going to be okay. We can't see the light because we've dropped so many clicks down in the sludge. Call it, before it started, it was on our toes. Now it's up to our knees. Now maybe by the time we're hitting depression, it's up to our head. We can barely keep our head out of water, we feel like sometimes. And if you can not stand to be in your own skin, you're probably covered in it. You're sinking in this energy, and you can't get out of bed. And you can't see the light. And you cannot be grateful for anything because everything is just awful because you're surrounded in this energetic stream. Okay, now it goes lower and lower and lower. So when we stay in this depression and this anxiety and this fear, because we're probably just in a full fear, panic, meltdown, of course we try to, we go to a doctor, like, I need pills, I need something, I need anything to feel better, please. And they try to give you pills which numb the pain of this area. It just makes it so you care less that you're living in this cesspool of vibrational sludge. You just are numb to it. Now, I'm not saying go everyone stop taking your meds or anything, but the reality is that that's why. That's what's happening. Metaphysically, this is like a metaphysical thing. So, all right, so now we're going lower. I need you guys to know so that you're aware. Now, once we hit that depression sludge, addictions probably, it depends on how susceptible you are to addictions, but the second your toes hit, you may want to go eat a pizza. All right, which pizza, I get it, it's tasty, I know, but everyone knows and feels inside energetically that it's really not that healthy for us. Now, is it like never eat pizza again or never eat ice cream or cake again? Of course not, but with moderation. So the toes hit, we want to eat. Some people want to eat. Some people want to go shop because they just want to feel better. They don't know why they're not feeling good. Their toes and feet are in this dark energy. They're going to shop. Porn, drinking alcohol, lots of alcohol, you know, even pot. Now, I like plant medicine. I am in alignment with plant medicine. But plant medicine makes me feel better when my toes or my feet are dangling in this sludge. So I'm not feeling healthy, and the plant medicine helps me to alleviate it just a little bit. But it's really also a type of crutch, a little bit, you know. So everything in moderation. Now, once we've hit that addictions, violence comes underneath the depression. So many times if you're depressed, you're just really, you know, you're there, that you can't get out of the skin and it's awful. But violence comes next. Sexual abuse is in the lower realms of this sludge. So it gets darker, meaning that you're just walking in just like tar. It looks like tar to me. It really does. It's just this, and that's what it shows itself to me. Remember, it can have different forms for everyone. And then we hit suicide, murder, death, taking people's lives. That's really the bottom barrel. Murder and suicide you've hit the bottom realms of this low vibrational, sludgy energy that's surrounding you. So be aware that it's there, because I know everyone listening has someone that they know. If it's not yourself, you can already diagnose where you're at in this energetic stream. So be aware of what they're going through. And here's the thing, it's not their fault. They don't know how to feel better because no one ever told them this. No one ever told them that they have a choice, and it's really a simple choice. It's not difficult. This isn't difficult to get yourself back out of it. The first thing that you really, they say, the first thing you have to do is admit you have a problem. It's fine, but let's just admit that metaphysically, we got stuck in a sludgy energy. There's no fault of your own. There's nothing wrong with you. You did nothing to deserve this. You are not a failed human or a flawed human. None of this is true. In fact, anyone who ever made you feel that way or said that to you, they are talking from the sludge, and the sludge wants to keep you there because it feeds itself that way. It feeds itself. And there's been a few times, what was so cool is how I caught this. I've actually had personal experiences with it a few times. And so I didn't know that this was there unless I had to feel it or experience it. I didn't even know that this was a thing, to be honest, until this happened. And I was so happy. I was feeling so good. I was at my house. I was so excited for my night. I had a nice dinner planned for me and my partner. I was going to dress all beautiful, make some beautiful steak, and just have a beautiful night. And I went to take a shower. I mean, I was just so like happy and just content and in love with life and with source and connected. And I was a little distracted in the shower and didn't mean to be distracted. I was just washing my hair. And all of a sudden I heard very, very quietly a little voice come in and say, you know, your partner hasn't called you yet. You know, it seems a little odd that he hasn't called you. Do you think maybe he's doing something he shouldn't be doing? And I didn't think anything. I mean, you know, where did that thought come from? Oh, whatever. No, he's fine. And it's silly, these conversations we have in our head sometimes. And are we really paying attention to that? I was like, oh, that's fine. Stop. Of course it's fine. All of a sudden I was like, well, why would he not call you? I mean, he's driving home. I mean, he has the phone. If he's not on the phone with someone else, why would he not have just called you or rang the phone? And all of a sudden I was like, you know, right. That does make sense. Why wouldn't he be calling me right now? And all of a sudden I was like, you know what? Maybe he is doing something wrong. And I'm washing my hair and I'm like, you know what? When he comes home, I'm just going to let him have it, right? I'm just going to make sure he knows this is not okay. And I know what he's been up to. And before you know it, I'm in the shower and I'm in this lower vibrational, energetic shitstorm stream. And I was literally about to destroy my entire evening over this random thought that I have no idea where it came from, aside from I just clicked or glitched into this energetic stream. And when that happened, those are the type of thoughts that your mind generates. And it was a sly voice. Let me tell you something. And it has an energy to it. It has a consciousness to it, because all of us are contributing to it. We all are. So, and it was just like, you should be upset right now. And I kind of felt its little energy, like, come on, let's do this. It's a chaos maker. It's a chaos maker. That was my first experience with this energetic, this low energy that's around, that likes to put stuff in our heads. Okay. So, another thing is, here's another thing too, is that a lot of people are like, that's not real. That doesn't exist. All of that is false, whatever they say. Do you know that I realize that's how it likes to hide too? It likes to hide itself that way, because by a lot of us, like, oh no, we can't talk about this. Let's not talk about it. It's not there. We have fear. Never speak about it. It doesn't exist, right? But that allows it to just move around freely and mess with our heads anytime it wants, because I didn't know it was there. I didn't know this existed, because I just didn't believe in it until I had a firsthand, hi, how are you? Guess what? This is what I can do. And I said, oh my gosh, I heard your voice. I heard you. And you know, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. To me, I looked at it as a type of test for me. I am a spiritual teacher and an energetic healer. So to me, that was like, hi, are you doing your practices? Are you monitoring your thoughts? Are you keeping your thoughts and your mind clear of random thoughts and energy? Because that's my practices every day, because that's where health and healing lies. And that's where source exists. So I prefer to be in my open channel with source, so that source is my only connection. And source is the only thing that can speak to me. And I will be able to recognize what is from source energy, which is loving and kind and unconditional and compassionate, and I mean, in service to us all. It's just the most beautiful energy inside of this source dimension. And anything that's not that, service, compassion, unconditional love, patience, forgiveness, anything else isn't it. Anything else isn't it, in various levels of vibrational patterns. So what I'm teaching here, what I would like to teach you, which I will always teach, I'll always teach this until the day I die. I'll speak and speak and speak and speak about it, because if I can just get one person to understand it and heal their energy a little bit and bring that energy to the light, bring that energy to source, then it's all worth it. All right. So this is what I'm going to be teaching, apparently, which I knew I was going to be teaching, but in my school and in my class. And I do want to start an online school. And some of the words that just came up to me, hi, little bird, hello, little bird, I want to do a channeled writing class where, because everyone can channel and write at the same time. So I want to develop that, because I feel like that's going to help you begin to develop your connection with your guides. Because, okay, so in the Bible, it says, thou shalt obey. And we were all like, obey who? And we're all American and we're not obeying anyone, right? That was just the words that they had to use at that time to try to explain the connection. When they say obey, they do mean listen. Listen. This source energy has your back. For real. It will never hurt you. It will never harm you. Now, mind you, we are in this 3D vibrational world of all sorts of cosmic streams and energies and whatnot. But when you can hold on to your source energy. Oh, look, here's my other source energy. And oh, here's my other source energy. Oh, and here's that. Yeah, these are my people. They love me and they take care of me, you know, and I listen. Well, I try to listen. I'm a practicing master. I listen as often as I can. And there is the tempter, right? So as often as I listen, I have to remember that there is that tempter that says, oh, yes, you're going to go to the gym and get healthy. or you could have hibachi and have a glass of wine. What do you want to do? I'm like, no, I said I was going to go to the gym and get healthy and detox. It's like, yeah, but you could also have a glass of wine and some, you know, fried foods that you know is not healthy for you, right? So that's always going on in us, y'all. We have to figure out which one we're going to feed, you know? Now, I do not believe, I know, actually, never mind. See the believe again. I know, right? God, source, is all loving. All loving, all love. And it loves this other side too. And in fact, any kind of interaction that I'm going to have with that lower vibrational energy, I'm going to love it and forgive it and hug it. Maybe it just needs a hug. You know, like the shenanigans of a chaos maker's little child, you know, who's misbehaving. It's the only way, because if we fear it or we hate it or we want to create some kind of energetic, you know, who knows, well, we're just feeding it. It's just in the back way. So we're going to love it. That's what I heard. We're going to love it and know that it's there, right? It's like a teenage child going, no, trust me, mom, I'm not smoking weed with all the boys in the backyard. It's like, I love you, but no. All right, another class I'm going to do, and then I'm going to bring on some people. Okay, again, speak and connect with your guides using tools. So here's another thing. I love to use, okay, so let me explain what these tools are. Now, my guides are talking to me all day long, full open conversations, and you too. For anyone who's listening, your guides are speaking to you all day long. There's never a moment when you're sleeping or awake that your guides have left you, or that source has left you, or your angels, or whoever you want to talk to is there for you. And those messages are so quiet and so soft and so subtle and so kind. They're ones of love. They're ones of care. They're ones of, hey, you might want to pack that water bottle. This is what they say to me. You may want to pack that water bottle because you could be thirsty later. And I'm like, you know what? I'm late. I don't have time to pack that water bottle. Why are you thinking about a water bottle? I gotta go. You know, that's me in my little low stream of time, because time exists in the stream. And then all of a sudden I'm in the road. I get something stuck in my mouth, and I'm like, damn, I needed that water bottle. That's your guides saying, I love you. Why didn't you listen? Obey me. Get the water bottle. And that's what I hear from Source. It's like, I've never led you wrong. If you're driving in a car and something is like, hey, you may want to make a right. I'm not going to force you to make a right. I will never make you. I will never be like, turn right now. That's the thing, is you have free will. So as your guides speak to you, they're very soft and they're very quiet and they're very calm, and they're the opposite of controlling. The opposite of controlling. So if you're so busy controlling everything, and you're so busy with your schedule, and you're so busy with your time, and that's why meditation, clear your mind. It's so that you can hear your guides. So all of this stuff is just so you can hear the messages that are coming through to you. So I'd like you to fine tune that a little bit. Try to form that relationship. It is something that takes practice. It's not something that just happens like this. I practice every day. And many times I completely miss the message. And I'm like, shoot, I knew that. I should have listened. I'm sorry I missed the message. But there's times when I was in a flawless energetic state where I received those messages and I never missed any of them. And I remember what that state felt like. It's the state, and I'll just let you know, it's the mastery level state of allowing everything, of allowing everything to be as it is, allowing existence. And when we allow existence, that means if the trash wasn't taken in, we just go take the trash in. We're not like, you should have taken the trash in. Who didn't take the trash in? I'm going to go yell at someone. We just take it in. And we don't think anything of it. If the trash needs to be taken in, if it needs to be taken out, it gets taken out. If your partner's underwear is on the floor for the 10 millionth time, just pick it up. Just pick it up and say, I'm picking up your underwear because I love you, right? If someone's in a bit cranky mood and they're running around like cranky, remember they're in a low energetic storm. They're in that sludgy stuff. Have compassion. Come here, you need a hug? Let's pull you up. What's going on? You know, someone at work isn't feeling good. Something happened. They're in a low vibrational state and they don't know how to feel better. but you now are listening, might have a way to help them to feel better, especially practicing and staying up on your studies and learning about all this stuff, you know? Oh, let's see. I have some messages. Oh, hi, Elijah. Hello. If I could get a reading, it would be amazing. Elijah, do you have any way to click on to StreamYard? I love sushi. I love sushi too. Everything exists. Oh, let's see. I can click on this one. Let's see. Here we go. Source is within the heart and speaks to you when you open up the channel. Absolutely. It's about keeping that channel open. I keep that channel open as often as I can. I would love to teach with you, and you could send me info on your online class. I'm very interested. I've been practicing for 22 years, and I've been through a teaching meditation program when I was 22 years old. That's awesome, Elijah. You sound very connected. You sound like you have an open channel. You sound like you put this into practice every day. And so I would love to speak with you. I really would. Oh, we got an OMG. I do that too. Let's see. And then I thought I was the only one to embrace the dark. You know what? It's important that you said that. Again, to embrace the dark, because we can't battle the dark with dark. We cannot. We are light workers. We are healers. We are empaths, and we work for the light. And the light tells us to love and to forgive. So forgive, forgive, forgive. Even if that person did something to you that is just awful. And most of the time it's your families, people that you just, I'm going to talk about expectations in a second. I'll bring a reading on, but people that you just love, and how could they do this to you? What on earth, right? That's, first of all, that's opinions. Drops your vibration. Judgments drops your vibration. Hence why Jesus says, thou shalt not judge. He wasn't trying to be all guru-like. He was just letting you know, hey guys, don't judge, because it drops your vibrations. And when your vibrations are dropped, you have more access to the lower energies, right? And greetings, John. Hi. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I'm Elijah. There's a link. There's a link where, I don't know where you're watching from, but on the very top, you see a StreamYard link, and you click on it, and I think it clicks you right in. I've never done it from like a separate place, but, oh, and then I can't post comments in the comment section, only to do a chat. Oh, how do we get our comments to be seen? I am also a teacher. Hi, Mary. Yes, okay. I don't know. I'm new with the comments. I'm not like the best at them. I'm trying to get a little better at following them. So Elijah, do you see on Facebook Live where the link is? All right. Okay, so let me see. All right, I think I'm good. A couple other things. I'm going to do speak and connect with your guides using tools, right? So what's so cool about these tools is OSHO is a master, right? And Elijah knows that too. OSHO is a master. He's the master here on Earth. Was on Earth. And so to be able to hear his words vibrationally, energetically, and to be able to share those words with you vibrationally and energetically is I think it's a gift and a tool. While my guides talk to me all day and tell me all sorts of information, they can only tell me the information and explain it to me in my words, in my brain, using my computer. I like to use other people's computers too. And then I get more in depth, a little more deeper. This is John Holland. This is also John Holland. This is a great book, a great starter pack. Now, if you have these, they're just so great to get started getting to know your guides, because that's how these work. Let's see, where is his thing? They talk to you through the cards, through the messages, and they talk to you. So this particular card will mean something different to me and my guides than it means to you and your guides. So it's important that you develop that personal relationship with you and your guides using these different tools. You know, and it's for fun. So that's a class I want to teach too and develop. Oh, and the traditional tarot cards, those are so fun and so brutally honest. Like, you want to know if someone's cheating on you? You want to know if someone is whatever, they are so like, sometimes I don't want to know everything they have to tell me. And they're so like, it's in your face and you're getting it. There's nothing kind or sweet about it. But they are traditional. They've been used for hundreds of, I don't even know how many years. Someone can correct me on that. a long time. So I love these. These are like the master deck of raw knowledge. Sometimes to me, they can be a little harsh in a reading because I'll read them and they'll just be so authentic. And sometimes, unless you really want it, I will stay away from it. Also, when you hear me say master the now, remember I talked to you about that source dimension, that vibrational dimension of energy. That's where source lies. That's why the power of now, says Eckhart Tolle. All of the masters, all of the teachers teach this, because within source communication, it's timeless. So if we were to meditate on that, it being timeless. Hi, you made it. Timeless means that we have no past, we have no future, and that's where the energy exists. Learning the language, so that's another one, and addictions and low vibrational energy. So these are all like little classes that I want to work towards. All right, let me see. Since I've lost a couple of people, let's see, because I know they were in and they were out. Oh, may I have a card, please? Let me bring you on, Elijah. And I'm going to bring you on too. Hey, y'all. How's it going? Let's bring Mary on.
It's going good.
Here. Hi, guys. Hi, Mary. Hi, Elijah. Hi, John.
Hello.
How's it going? Hi.
I'm trying to plug my phone in to charge. Hold on a second.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Mary, what do you think about what I said so far? Is any of that making sense?
I love it. I love
Here's
it.
Mary.
I like the analogies about the sludge.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So it's not like this entity to be afraid of, or it's not like something to fear. It's just some kind of sludgy stuff that we gotta make sure we're not living in.
Right.
What about you, Elijah? Right?
Right.
What's that?
Yeah, we gotta. What do you think, Elijah, about what was said about the sludge and the low energy?
I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, the lower vibrations. When you're definitely in the lower vibrations, you definitely feel depressed. You get anxious. You can get irritable. But what I found for myself, I've just tried to embrace it and accept it, and then I allow it as a growing tool for me in my life. So I allow it to grow, take steps forward. So
that's what I do as well. That's what I do. And that's really, really important what you just said, because we cannot escape from it. If we try to run from it, or we try to make it go away, or we try to fight it, it will just get stronger and stronger and stronger. What Elijah said is right. We have to love it. We have to love our dark side as much as our light side, and use it as a platform to stand upon. So my dark side is always right there. Always like talking, always wanting my attention, always wanting to bring me back down. And my practice is to use it to stand upon, so that the moment I'm not feeling good, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not feeling good right now. Something's going on. And like even today, I wasn't feeling good. So I stayed inside today. I was not energetically in a healthy enough place to go outside and share my energy with anyone. I would have just been cranky, and I would have spread that. So I stayed indoors. I felt like I was responsible. I spoke with my guides and sourced a lot, received a lot of messages. I slept, I took care of myself, and I embraced that little darkness that I had today, and I'm feeling much better, versus ignoring it.
Helps. Being around children helps.
Children are the key.
The little ones, they bring you up.
Yeah, do you know why, Mary? Because they have no mind that's saying this is right and that is wrong, and you should be doing that and you shouldn't be doing that, and what time is it? Where should you be? All of that, it doesn't exist in them. So they're just in a pure state. They hold the key. Studying their joy and their happiness is the key to all of this. It's the key to it. What about you, John? What's your experience?
I'm still learning with a lot of this, but
Still learning,
trying to avoid distractions.
The
sludge. It's so much easier to just distract yourself than deal with it. So
It's so hard to find people that are willing to talk about it. It's so hard to find people that want to talk about even energy or life on the other side, or that we're spiritual beings. People don't want to talk about it.
They don't.
I know,
They
but
don't
that's
even
why we're all
want to recognize it.
I know. That's why I'm here. talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. Even though I'm at the time, like, people are going to think I'm crazy, but I have to talk about this because I want people to feel better. I want you to know you don't have to live in that state, that you have a choice to get yourself out of it. But guess what? It's like your entire existence, my existence, now exists in a moment to moment witnessing everything. Does that make sense? So every moment,
Yes, it's Eckhart
every single
Tolle.
moment,
It's Eckhart
I'm like,
Tolle. The power of now.
Yeah.
The power
because
of now.
if I let an hour go by or 2 hours,
yeah,
the power of now healed me.
Right.
It healed me. I've listened to that book thousands of times. I could probably recite it.
Me too.
Yeah.
And that's my mantra.
And you might not understand
the first time.
Yeah. You might not understand a word of it. You don't understand it. So you will not understand. I have not met anyone who understood it the first time they read it. It was like a lot. But
no,
read it again.
But it comes to you. It comes to you. And the main thing is the mantra: present moment, wonderful moment.
Yeah. So in that mind of yours, John, you know, what's happened is we have our whole lives where we've never trained our minds. None of us have, because we weren't taught to, right? But we're going to change that moving forward. We're going to teach the children how to stay in the state that they're in, not to be like us, but to stay. So with us not ever having trained our minds, we picked up on all sorts of belief systems that were put inside of your head by other people and other adults about what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. So you're living with all of that in your head, and it's like intense. And so with your mind not having, like, gym training, anytime you're distracted at all, right? Yeah, we got to train it like the gym. You're distracted for one moment. Those belief systems come into your head, tank your energy, and make you want to, I don't know, do what all those sorts of tanked energy stuff does. Because the mind is a little controlling you versus you working with it and saying, hi, let's talk about this. I like to look at the mind like a little child sometimes, and she's picked up all sorts of strange things. And she tells me, be upset about this, or don't be mad about that, or be cranky about that, or go do this. I mean, I'm telling you, I had to fight my mind like 4 times today. I was like, I wanted to go eat this. I wanted to go drink that. I wanted to do all sorts of things that and here's the thing, it's not that all those things are bad necessarily, but I had made a goal for myself to fast and to detox. So I'm fasting right now and detoxing. So that is something that I want to do to feel healthy. I set my intention. All day I want to go eat food. All day I want to go do bad things, like things that are not healthy for me.
Right.
And so that's my mind being stuck with all the other people are eating, all the other people are doing this stuff. But it gets right into my mind, and I have to monitor those thoughts. So in that very moment, I have to breathe and understand that my mind is in an energetic shitstorm. It's what it's called, an energetic shitstorm, and it's not real, and it's false. And all those thoughts that are coming into your head are false. They're false, and they're trying to hurt you. They are trying to hurt you. And you, John, your higher self, your soul, the John soul that's inside of you, is the only one who can stop your mind from hurting you.
Yeah.
I know that it's not that easy. Trust me, I've been there. It's kind of like cleaning out. Yeah. It's kind of like cleaning out a dirty closet. It's like an old garage. Like in my garage, I have ridiculous boxes of who knows where I picked it up from. I got half of my Christmas stuffs on the ground. I got a bike with the flat tire. I have tools everywhere that don't make any sense. And that's half the time what's in our mind. And we don't even know where the stuff came from. Right? So we got to get it out.
It came from a lifetime of not dealing with it.
Yeah. I know. And do you know, I can't even. Yeah. You should see my garage right now. That's me not dealing with it. I'm just hiding stuff in my garage. That's my mind talking to me. Even my drawers are messy right now. That's my mind telling me that it's not healthy right now, that I have some stuff I have to clean up. So whatever your environment is also externally is showing you what your mind is like internally.
Yeah.
So I know that when I can keep a plant alive and my drawers, the clothes are all neatly folded and organized, I feel like I'll be in a better place. And my garage is cleaned out. That's all energetic stuff, you know? Okay. So John, would you like a reading?
Sure.
Let's do it. All right, Mary, I'm going to pop you off for a second, but then I'm going to bring you guys on, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Stephanie. I see you. I'm just going to bring everyone on to say hi for 1 second, and then I'm going to pop everyone off. Hi. Good to see you. Hi, Elijah. I'm glad to finally see you. You've been popping in. Hey, where are you from, Elijah, by the way?
I'm from California and did all my training in California when I was 18 years old at the Berkeley Psychic Institute and then Intuitive Way, but now I'm stuck in Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas. Are there like tornadoes there? All right, I know Dorothy. I'm just saying. Dorothy, that's what's doing. All right, no tornadoes. Okay, well, I want to hear more about you too, Elijah. There's some tornadoes. Okay, Stephanie, where are you from?
Originally?
No, like where are you calling from? Originally from New York, calling from
Florida.
Boca Raton, Florida, sunny Florida. I'm in West Palm.
I don't want to say that out loud. I think people get mad nowadays. We're warm
I know.
here.
Oh,
you're gonna get too warm, guys. Don't worry.
Mary, where are you calling from?
Sunrise, Florida.
There you go.
So you're local too.
Yeah, I just moved down here from the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. The mountains. I love the mountains. Love it. And what about you, John?
South Florida.
Where in South Florida? Somewhere like Miami, Broward Gardens. I love these locals because, oh, guess what? By the way, for all of you who are locals, I'm throwing a birthday party. I'm going to do it I'm inviting everyone at a little place called the Fish Depot on Saturday, April 17th. So, and kids can come. It's like from 6 until 9. So people with kids can come. Just from 6 until 9. It's got a little live band or whatever.
I get my second shot. I'll be there.
You guys are all invited.
I just got my second shot today. I just got my second shot. I can't move my arm. Look why I'm sitting like this.
I got my first today.
I can't move my arm and I'm getting sicker every minute. That's why I'm listening to that sludge. I think the vaccine is part of the sludge.
I heard that second vaccine can affect you. I heard it's rough.
It's getting me right now. You're seeing it in action.
Well, I hope.
All right. Well, Mary. Yes, go, Steph.
I really hope that you get through this. And remember, every time you get sick, it's more and more antibodies that your body's like, we got this.
Yeah. I don't know. I was afraid to get the vaccine. I'm afraid of everything on this planet.
This is what I mean, living in fear.
Like yes. I woke up blind. There is nothing to be scared of. You can do anything. Like, literally, you can do anything.
Yeah, she's right. You know, Mary, so meditate, speak with your guides. Do you have a relationship with your guides?
Yes.
Okay, so speak with your guides and say, I love you, and I know you are healing me right now, and I appreciate your healing powers. And bring your energy right into, know, Mary, that your guides can heal you, and you will be healed.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, John, I'm going to do a reading for you. Is that good?
Sure.
Let's see what John's got going on. All right, let's see. I'm going to remove. Elijah, if you want a reading, I'd love to read for you too. Steph, you let me know. All right, here we go, John. Okay, give me a breath. Send me a little more energy. Give it to me. It's okay. I can handle it. Send it. There you go. All I already tell you, keep that to yourself, don't you? A lot of that energy.
Yeah.
You don't like to share it. All right, good reading though. Good job. Beautiful. Yay. I love that. Okay, so you have all right, I'm gonna start with all the good stuff first because you have a lot of it. So you have some kind of idea that you've been kind of tossing around with, some kind of thought, something in your head. You might not have said it to anyone, something in your little heart's like, hey, I think maybe I could do this. I'm not really sure. Can I really? So there's that idea, and I want to let you know that you're completely, it's ripe. It's time for you to make that change, maybe to take a step into that direction. Whatever you were thinking about doing, they're letting you know it's probably a good idea to move forward with it. So I do see, I'm going to say that this is a male energy that's in your life. Could be yours. What's that around your neck? Is that a crystal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it's probably your energy. Let me show you this guy. I love this guy. Let me show you him. This is my favorite guy in the deck. When I meet my boyfriend, he's going to have this card, just so you know. He's a great guy. This guy is comfortable with himself. He's learned to accept who he is. He's literally like got his shirt open, you know, he's got a little belly showing, but he doesn't care. He's flowering into a lotus flower this time. And I actually show that you have the ability to do this in this particular life. Now, you've had to go through everything that you've had to go through to get you right here. So we can't be upset about all that shenanigans. Now, having said that, I do see that there's a lot of your past that you're still holding on to. You have like a hand on it. And right when you try to feel better, it comes right back into your head and sucker punches you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that's that's the only thing. That's the only thing, one other little baby thing, that's standing in your way from being a full-blown lotus flower, guru, master, spiritual advisor, teacher, healer, destiny walker person on this planet, which we need right now. We need your energy. And so let that past go. We can't go back. We can't go back and fix it. We can't go back and undo it or unsay it or make that situation not happen. We cannot. I wish we could. I mean, well, no, because then it wouldn't have put us here. Right? So everything that happened would not have brought us right here. And we need to be right here where we're learning how to move our energy, learning how to live in the light, learning how to be a light worker. So that stale energy that you have opened in your stream, it's stale, it's old, it's like, I don't even know, it's like bad gasoline that you keep putting in your tank.
Yeah.
All right, love it and let it go. All right, now it's also showing me that you're very aware. Oh, and there goes the internet. Bear with me. If I click off, yeah, if I click off, come on. Okay, Stephanie, if I click off, you're going to click on. Okay, so awareness. They're letting me know that you are aware of this veil, that you're aware that there's another side, that you're aware that you're being communicated, that you're aware there's a whole other existence out there. You're aware that your guides are talking to you. So, you know, we need more people like you. Again, participation, what that means is I need you to gain and gather people that are like-minded, energetically and spiritually vibrating at a similar pattern as you. You're going to need friends right now. And you're going to need to participate in places like this, in places of spiritual light, in places of healing. I don't know, yoga, meetup. Find your tribe. Find your people. Okay. It's time for healing to take place here. And potentially you are a healer. So we're going to move into some healing. I do see a woman and I do see some fighting. So yeah, she's a lovely woman. I don't know.
Yes,
yeah, she's really beautiful. Like she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. So this is my card. See, she pulls for me. See, this is me and this is my boyfriend. See, look at us. Aren't we cute? All right, so stop fighting with that lovely butterfly. You are a spiritual master here. I want you to stay in your studies. I want you to study this. You have the ability to become a master here. And this will be the ability that you might be able to make things really work with this girl, you know. It's going to be up to you, though. Yeah. Okay. And they want you to trust. They want you to trust this completely. So this is like a guy on a tightrope, and he's just like flinging into the air, and Source is like, I got you. So it's like a lot of trust here. So trust your guides. Okay. You're doing good. You're on the right path. Let that path go. I think the girl might be a good thing. She pulled a lovely card. She pulled the same card I pulled. So it might be a good thing. No more fighting though. Okay. No more expectations. I want you to focus on expectations. That's the only thing I want you to really get to know in yourself, and what that energy of expectations feels like when it's inside of your energy and your expectations have not been met, or hers. There's some kind of expectation thing that's happening. And when expectations are not met due to old belief systems, we dole out punishments. So just be aware of that. Okay? Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, well, check in. Let us know how things are going.
Will do.
Okay, we got a second Stephanie in here too. All right, Mary, I'm bringing you on. Let's see. Hey, Mary. Did you want a reading?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I feel like we've talked before. We've met before. Do you come on Joseph's show, or are you my show?
I did. 2 weeks ago, I was on Joseph's show. I got a nice reading. If you don't want to read me tonight, that's okay, because I just had one.
Did you? From Joseph or me?
From you and Joseph.
Well, you're here, so I guess you're going to get one.
Oh, okay. But if there's someone in line, I don't want to do that. Whatever you want.
Thank you, Mary. All right. Let's see. Mary's energy is just given to me. Look, she just floated right to me. She doesn't have to do anything. Oh, interesting, Mary. Oh, nice card. Okay. Okay. So, Mary, you are also, and I believe you know this, but you're also a light worker.
Mm-hmm.
And an empath and a healer. You are definitely in connection with your guides and with the universe. You have a close relationship with the universe. And in this particular lifetime, you're reaching spiritual maturity, which means your gifts are developing, your blocks are clearing, you're doing the work, putting in the work. Now, there's a few things that are around you, though, that have blocked a little bit of this from developing fully. One of them is that you're surrounded by a lot of people energetically who are not like you.
Right.
And they don't understand you. And like you said, you have no one to talk to about this stuff. Yeah, so you're this like guru, light worker, magic goddess genie, and no one understands anything. So you're living internally with your guides alone, you know?
Right.
So I would love you to find a group, to find your people, to find your tribe, find someone that you can talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody. I will take anybody at this point that you can talk to, because you need to be able to have this energy flow out of you. It's stuck inside of you right now. Okay. Okay. So a couple other things. So you have the courage to do this. You just got that second shot. So that means that, and I don't know, Mary, have you ever heard of Christ Fellowship? Christ Fellowship is a beautiful church here locally. It's a large mega church, but it's really based on love. I mean, the pastor is channeling, and I love it. He's a straight, pure channel. And it's a large Christian church based on love. And I love it. And they have groups and just beautiful women and beautiful people and beautiful energy. And it's a beautiful environment. So that might be a place. And it's local.
What is it called?
It's called Christ Fellowship.
Christ Fellowship. I'll look at it as soon as we get off here.
Find it online. And there's a little church in Boynton. If you want to go, I would love to meet you there in Boynton. We can go. And I would love to. A lot of times I listen online, but I would like to go back. I want to find a group too. So maybe we can find a group together.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So 2 other things. Okay, they're showing me that you do have the courage to do this. So a lot of times when you think about doing this, you're going to gain that fear. That fear is going to be like, wait a minute, I don't know. Wait, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can talk to all those people. I don't know if I can say all this stuff out loud. So they're addressing that fear, and they want to let you know to move past that fear and remember where that fear comes from. We talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So remember that fear comes from that sludgy energy. So we don't want to bring that with us. We want to leave it where it belongs.
Okay.
Okay. Two more things and then I'm done. So a little bit of distraction energy, a little bit of moving too fast, too many plans, I have to go here, I have to do this has to happen, and this has to happen. And what's happening is we're moving too fast. So we need to slow down. And if we're walking to our car, Mary, we need to enjoy the walk to the car with the beautiful legs that you have that are still working, right? We're so thankful for that.
Right.
The way the keys feel in your hands, the way the sun feels when it hits your face, that's all your guides. That's all the universe embracing you in love. So don't rush out, grab your keys, forget your stuff,
Okay.
get in the car, rush, none more of that. Also, there's a little bit of fighting energy that's around you outside, a little bit of fighting, a little bit of stuff. You're the light worker. You're the empath. You're the healer. You are the one to rise above that, because the energy that you're dealing with is of a lower vibration. So
Terrible.
don't let that into your soul, Mary.
It's my son's addiction.
Okay. Can we get him to talk to me? I would love to work with someone who's addicted and
I'm not talking to him right now. For the past 6 months, I stopped talking to him.
Well, that's, you know what? Sometimes you have to do that, because
I had to.
I know I lost my friend to addiction last year or the year, but it's been a year ago. And she also started calling me at 3 a.m, 4 a.m, 5 a.m, wanting things. I couldn't have her in the house because she would take everything that's in the house.
Yeah, he's taken everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you taking a stand to protect yourself, Mary.
Yeah, I have to protect his daughter. I'm raising.
Everybody's nodding right here. So, Mary.
Well, Mary's my cousin, and I'm in recovery. So, hi, Mary. I love you. And it's just, she's doing everything right.
You have to. You have to. And I'm so sorry for this experience that you're having to have here in this particular lifetime right now. Me and Stephanie, we lost a very close friend of ours a couple of years ago, and her mother
You're
did not.
the best thing that you can as a mother, because your other choice is to sit and to be an enabler.
Right, for 38 years.
Allowing your child to do this. And I heard you say you have a child you're taking care of for him. You're an angel.
His
Lightworker, you can call it whatever you want, but you're an angel. You're giving a piece of you that is deeper than anything in the world. Not only for her, I think it was a little girl.
Yeah, he left his little girl here. He left his little girl here.
You're doing something for your son or your daughter, whoever this is, that they can't do for themselves. That's so much bigger than that. Don't let, the world is a very, it's many things. And, Kristen does things. It's funny. I'm totally, I don't know if I'm a light worker. I'm none of, I don't know if I'm any of the above, but I'm very real and I'm very honest with my feelings. And the world is very rough. And sometimes you just need to say, fuck the world, and really look at yourself and say, I've given everything I can absolutely give today, and be proud of what you give.
Right.
Most people wouldn't give what you give. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Hey.
Tap yourself on the shoulder and be very proud, because at the end of the day, that little girl is going to know exactly who is there for her. And you're giving a piece for your son that he obviously cannot handle for whatever reason. You can try to pretend like what
I have no
idea is that you have no idea, and it's something so deep rooted, and it's probably psychological that I'll be honest. The best thing I ever did is realize that I needed mental health, And I need it. I have MS. I needed it. I had no idea.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you.
Please, somebody has cancer. I mean, yes, thank you. And I would love to be blessed, but I mean, somebody has cancer and somebody has so many other things. I'm lucky. I wake up every single day. I have a beautiful home. God is not, thank God, given me this stupid virus. You know, I've made it through all this craziness, and, you know, life is good. So just remember that when you look at her, it's not all bad. You got to look at the good, because if you don't look at the good, you're going to look at hell every day, and that sucks.
You're right. Yeah.
And Mary,
you're a good person. I've sat here and listened to everybody, and just because what you guys don't know is that I adore Kristen. I've known her for 20 years, and I would, if I had to go tomorrow, I would trust her with my daughter every day. So you are a good person. You just know that.
And Mary, I want to let you know that sometimes we don't understand why a soul comes into the earth and wants to experience something like this, but it is a soul's choice. And I know that
No, I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah. This is his choice. This is the choice he had to experience this in this particular life. And what's beautiful, Mary, is however long, whatever happens, however long, when we cross over, it's done. We're done. We're like, oh God, that was tough. I did the best I could. I love you. Oh, and they love you and you love them. And they'll give you a little pat on the back and be like, did you have a good time? It's like, well, it's a little ghost town here. You know, so
yeah, it's not worth the trauma and the drama. I know.
Doesn't make it any easier.
Look what you did. Now look in the mirror.
Doesn't make any of it any easier.
Look what you did. You know,
and
look what you're doing in this world.
Thank you.
And we don't know. Yeah, that little girl, what you could be healing the next guru, president, goddess, and that's why. So
I have a 5-year-old, so I'm partial. I'm like,
oh,
it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it's good to be around the kids. It's very good to be around the kids.
Keep you young.
Yeah.
And give you a run for your money.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mary. So you're blessed. Check in with us, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
Love you.
Much love.
Love you guys.
All right. Bye, Mary. Check in. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go here. Steph. I'm going to go here. Steph. Hi, Stephanie. I'm going to go here. Elijah.
Hello.
Hi, darling. You want a reading?
I would love a reading. Hello.
All right. Give me some breaths. Thank you. Very strong energy there.
Yes.
All right, so Kansas, huh?
Yeah. Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita. Okay, so interesting. Very interesting. How's that? Okay, I feel like I want to start backwards and move this way. Okay, so you are definitely right a dateable man for me. A light worker, an empath, a healer, and a master creator. So yes, a master creator, meaning that source is channeling itself through you, giving the ability for you to create your existence and to be a guru and a healer and a teacher if you so choose to accept your destiny, right? Because you know we have a choice, right?
Yeah.
So look at these two cards. Look,
the source and the creator. Yeah, I have that deck myself. I know those cards.
And they pulled for you, right? And and it's not that common that they pull together like this.
Wow.
Okay. So now what's interesting is the very tail end. Since you have this deck, I'm going to show you. So we know we have transportation, but we have a little bit of lovers. So is there something romantic happening here? Yeah. So there's a girl stuff here. All right. Now, boy. Is a boy. is it boy stuff? Anyway, now I have to move back. Girl? Dates girls or boys?
Girl.
Girl. Okay. Well, I honor all choices.
I know,
okay,
me too.
Okay. I can tell right here. You honor all choices. They are all just a part of us, right?
They're all one.
So now let me move backwards though and tell you what's happening a little bit here. So there is, okay, now beyond illusion pulled, which we already discussed that. That means that you understand there's a shift between the 3D existence and living in 5D. And we would like to ask you to really practice every day, waking up, do your meditations, take this very seriously, develop, grow, make this your main focus all day long. I mean, I don't know what other day job you have, but bring this. I work
in a health food grocery store because I'm a 3-time brain cancer survivor, and I've had brain cancer 3 times. I've suffered grand mal seizures in my sleep the past 3 years, nocturnally, and I haven't had a seizure in over 3.5 months. So I think I'm in the clear, but I don't know. So I'm just living my life each day as it comes. I've had scar tissue on my brain that has been shown on my last MRI about a week ago. Continual progressive scar tissue, but that's just what it is I'm dealing with. So,
all right. Well, in this vibration, sitting in the vibration of source allows that the healing and the protection that you need and seek. Staying here though, we want to stay here. So like today I glitched a little bit, so I stayed home so that I didn't share my glitch until I was feeling better. So if I'm not feeling this way, I'm not interacting. I will not move forward unless I'm feeling here, because any step I take outside of source is a step in the wrong direction. And remember, with that low energy, the moment, especially the moment with you with such a condition, the moment you step low is when other vibration patterns have access to you. So stay here. It's even more important for you to master this state, which I feel like is some of the reasons why some of the experiences that you've had have brought you to this state of seeing things. Okay, so now we have three things to work on. After I tell you, again, you pulled this one, so you know they're talking to you. Allow that communication to develop. That's your guides. They're like, let him know we're talking to him and that we talk to him every day, and to allow the information to flow. Now, there is an energy in your life, though, that is, I want to say, potentially a controlling type of energy. So it is a type of energy that doesn't make you feel healthy, that is making you feel like you're not good enough, that is really taking your energy, a bit of an energetic drain. Also is an energy that's like, this is right and that is wrong. This is good and that is bad. And if you're doing the good part, it's not good enough. So it's kind of on you.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know this, right? You know this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The burden.
Yes. Which I know this card well for what it means to me. And I have an energy in my life that runs me around a lot and doesn't really respect what I need inside, and doesn't really respect how I feel about anything. Just wants me to do what it wants me to do. But I pulled this card for someone else and they said that was in their own mind. So for me, when I pulled this card, it's an external energy, but someone told me that they do that to themselves. So now I have to just let you know that it's an energy that is around you. Also, there's a little bit of lack of compromise coming from an energy inside of your existence. So not compromising, black, white, my way or the highway. What happens is it stops energy from flowing. So you have all this energy flowing, and this lack of compromise is stopping it. And I don't know where that's happening or where you want to put it, but when that doesn't happen, we are blocked. We get blocked with that energy around us. So we can't just get rid of the energy right away, but being aware of that non-compromising energy and how that can affect your flowing and your field, and bring your light to that energy, rise above that vibration and manage it as the light worker and healer that you are, is the only way. Because we don't want to just get rid of these people or this energy. We can't just toss them aside. As spiritual teachers and masters, it's our job to be around these people and maintain our spiritual health. That's what we do. We don't go into the mountains anymore. We don't go and isolate ourselves into a cabin anymore. It would be too easy for us. We have to be here with these people and this energy, and we need to bring this light to this situation and heal it. That's what we are right now. And there is absolutely nothing blocking you from making all steps and all changes. So you have nothing blocking you. A lot of times when this happens, it's like, well, I have this going on and I have that going on. And I mean, I could do this, but like this is going on. And that's all of that's false. It's all false. The door is open. So you can be the master creator that you are destined to be. So we just need to move away some of that energetic glitches that are in your way. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Kristen.
Thank you, Elijah. Check in. Let me know how things are going. Namaste. NoNaMe. NoNaMe. NoNaMe.
NoNaMe.
NoNaMe. And it's one tribe. Look, one tribe. Well, we're all going to be a part of one tribe now. What that means is we're all going to look out for each other, and we're going to be the ones to wave the white flag. We're going to be the ones to forgive when no one wants to forgive. We're going to be the ones who are not going to choose anger, but choose peace. We're the ones who are going to stop and help people on the side of the road. We are the light workers. We are one tribe. We're going to be together. Stay together. Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you, love.
Thank you.
Mwah. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Stephanie. You want a reading? I haven't never read for you before.
You've never
I can't hear you.
You've never read for me.
Never.
I know, because you probably don't.
I don't want to read for you, but I'm ready. I'm ready for this. We can do this
right now. Is it just us?
No, you're in a good. You're in such a good space, Stephanie. Your energy has shifted. So.
Okay, I'm like, you want to read for me?
Yeah, let's see what the cards have to say.
Here you go. Here's a little.
Send me some energy.
I don't know. Here, how about just breathe me? You've known me years.
No, you sent me your energy right away. Wow, that was nice. That flowed right to me. Good job. I was surprised by your brother's reading too, actually. Aw, look at you. Oh, shut up. Are you kidding me? What? Shut up.
What is this, good or bad? Is it going to be like explosion? Wait, it's coming. Don't worry.
Oh my God. Stop. I didn't see this. I didn't see it. That's awesome.
Did the
Good
thunder
for you.
come? You've known me for way too long. It's coming.
Oh my God. Yeah, but you hide so much. You keep so much inside sometimes, you know? All right. What?
Who's here? So wait, is this just us, or because I can only see us? Or is there other people?
No, everyone can hear.
Oh.
Look at that.
Hi, guys. What
Look
is
at
that? Is it a wizard?
Yeah, you're a wizard.
It's Albus Dumbledore. No, that's cool. What does that mean?
No, so it is cool because it's one of the rare cards. It's where you literally have the potential, which I feel like now that I think about it, you already know how to move energy. You already know how to move the pieces. You already know how to do it.
If you turn energy into emotions.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and this is the card I pulled for me, which is just that I've made peace with where I'm at, that I'm appreciating every day what I have, that I'm really being grateful for just existing right now.
Amen.
I'm loving the birds and the bees and the babies and life. Again, I have to bring this back to you because this is very, very important that, you know, being a spiritual master, like I pull this card for myself, it means that you literally have the ability to master and move and create and just move or like create beautiful things. Now, we are the world. What that means is that actually you have the ability to extend your gifts to help a lot of people if you so chose to. Are you aware of that?
You've told me that. The problem is, okay, here's my problem. It takes energy, and I'm realistic of what I can give. So what I give well. And I've created something for myself. And the reason you feel that is I've created boundaries, and they're fantastic. And I choose.
I've been learning about boundaries too.
When and where. And it's not that I don't want to. It's that I have to be all of me for my family. And once I am, then when I do give, I give 110%. And I used to overextend myself to the point where
Yes,
I was so crazy.
you used to give way, way, way too much to everyone. And in fact, I heard that today. For some reason, you came into my head today, and I just had a thought. I remembered of how much you used to give. If you had no shirt or one
I would have given my shirt
left, you'd be like, here, I don't need a shirt. Take my shirt. And I'm like, Stephanie, that's your last shirt.
Me up,
Stop
man.
giving it away.
It messed me up, man. And I think that's, I mean, I
Because
hate to
people
say it,
took from you, and they took
and
advantage of
everybody
you.
will. And once I realized that life is a taking thing and I am the giver,
Yeah.
it became a totally different thing. I choose to give.
Yeah.
Life can take, but as long as I grow, I can give. And if I
And
don't
those
grow,
boundaries.
I can't give.
Setting those boundaries.
Yeah.
I've been learning boundaries too. Actually, my
Fantastic. Counseling.
counseling. Thank God for my counselor. She's like, boundaries. I'm like, what's that? She's like, let's learn about it.
Yoga.
What does it feel like? What are the boundaries? I love learning about boundaries because that means that I'm always talking to myself first. Like, Kristen, how are you feeling
Check
about
in
that?
with
You don't
yourself.
have to give that person your shirt if you don't want to. It's like, well, you know what? I don't really want to give that person my shirt. You don't have to. It's okay. You're still loved. And you can't, and maybe you're not going to make everyone happy by keeping that shirt because 10 people want that special shirt, but you're keeping it for yourself and honoring it for yourself, practicing self-love, practicing self-care, and just saying to them, listen, I love you, but this is my shirt and you can't.
Let's make you a shirt.
We
let's
could go
learn
find you
together.
another shirt. This shirt is mine.
Yes, absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay.
I used to feel very guilty about that.
Yeah, that is something. Okay, and now so let's see. A lot of this stuff that you've experienced is from your past lives, so that's beautiful. You are receiving. So look, that means that you're receiving messages from the other side, and they love you. See that? So keep that in mind too. Some of those messages that are coming through, you have 3 of those messages.
Mammy's here, and so I do believe in spirits, and Mammy has been here, and I feel her very strongly. I'm okay. I'm okay. At the end of all this crazy shit, I'm okay.
I love that.
I feel like I'm going to be in a movie that says it's okay.
I love that you've reached that point of just being okay. But you know, spiritual health, mental health, and physical health. Chakras, they are all important. Chakras, yeah, they're all important. So we can't work out in the gym all the time and then maybe eat unhealthy foods that aren't good for us, or completely neglect our spiritual health, but we're overextending the mental health. So we really have to find that balance. And I love my therapist, my mental health therapist. I adore her. And guess what? I pay her for the hour to tell her all of my weird stuff. And she just has to like listen.
And everybody should get to do it. I agree.
I love my therapist. But what's so great about her is I didn't know this because in the beginning, I'm always afraid to tell people about this because I don't know how people are going to feel about it. And finally, I would say maybe 6 or 8 sessions later, I was like, so I got to tell you something. And she was such a light worker guru, magician goddess, and she understood everything I was saying. And now our sessions are so fun. She doesn't even charge me like half of the price. She's like, as much from you as you get from me. I love it.
I do art with my counselor.
Yeah.
Occasionally, like she'll sit and she'll be like, "Hey, do you want to paint?" I'm like, "Yes, totally." Yeah. And we'll sit and paint and talk and just hang out.
Yeah, and that's why it's important for people not to neglect, like you said, not to neglect.
I think people think it's bad. I don't know why.
They're mental, or they have like Ben, who's my ex. I shouldn't even say his name, but he completely says no one will go to therapy around me. That means there's something wrong with you if you go to therapy. No, it doesn't. It just means you're looking to be able to communicate with a beautiful, intelligent soul who may be able to.
I'm not God, and I'm not perfect, so I like to choose to fix the little things that I can while I can, because it's really sick people that think they're perfect. Those are the ones you got to watch out for.
I didn't say it. I didn't. That's not. But yeah, there's Stephanie nodding. Yeah, there's another Stephanie. It's true. It's the ones who are like, I'm completely fine forever and ever. I swear to God, there's something wrong with me. And you're like, oh no.
That was me. That was me. That was me. And that's what the cards here. I'm like, wait, what are you going to pull out? Because that was me. I always thought, I'm like, oh my God. And I would yell but you know what? I was so angry with me. I didn't even know who me was anymore because I was so lost. And it's
you just ignored yourself all the time. You never gave
But that
yourself.
was my choice. And so it took me to say, hey, I allowed that. I should have said, that's not a good idea. You're not going to be happy if you let everybody take from your fucking pot because you're not in there. And that's what happened.
I love that. I love that. You're right. Especially about what you just said. I call it a cup. You said your pot, your cup. Yeah. If you just let everyone here take whatever you want from what I have, it's all yours. And then it's completely empty. And let me tell you what,
and they're not spitting in my cup.
They're not putting it back in. And it's not their fault. You gave it all away. It's not their fault they're not putting it back in. It's not even their responsibility to put it back in.
And then I started getting mad at them.
Keep ourselves safe. And
keep ourselves responsible.
Yeah. I love that. Me too.
Good job. Years.
I know. Me too. How old are we now? 40?
40. That's why I said I wasn't going to say it, but I was like, you're 40.
No, I'm 40. I'll be 40. I'm throwing a birthday party for anyone who wants to come.
And
me and Stephanie have been friends since I was 11. We were 11. We grew up together.
What's that?
All right. How old, right? 30.
All right.
Long time.
Thank you for reading me.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Stephanie 2.0. Hello. How are you? Welcome. I do vaguely remember seeing you on Joseph's show.
Yeah, I tried to get on for my first reading, but the technical difficulties last week, I couldn't.
We'll make sure you get on this week.
Okay, I'm really excited because my cousin Mary Ellen, who you just read, told me all about you guys.
That's awesome. I'm glad you checked in. Yeah, Joseph, as far as reaching your loved ones, he's just phenomenal.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I just, I've known him 7 or 8 years now. We've worked together on and off, but gifts develop. And I mean, he was phenomenal before, but he's just gotten kind of better and better and better. And the things that he knows are just impossible. Like on Friday, he took my breath away at how phenomenal he was. It was a flawless reading for everyone in the room and things that were just impossible. And I was just so impressed. He just really impressed me. Yeah. Yeah. He was great. So I look forward. And that's why with me, like I have spirits and they talk to me. They come, they give me energy. They show me strange things. They're so much closer than we would imagine. So, for me to reach your guides, which is what I do, I go up, I reach your guides, I channel, I talk to source, I bring all that energy down. The spirits are like, hey, I'm like, whoa, they're like right there. They're way closer. And I don't know what that means exactly, but Joseph says that there's a realm outside of the earth, but it's, it's dimensional. That's what it is. They are vibrating when you lose your body here. They're vibrating at just a slightly different dimensional shift, but the dimension's very similar to the earth plane. That's why they're so close to us. Whereas when I go to your guides and the vibration's a lot finer and a lot thinner. So it's pretty cool, but he's so phenomenal at it. I'm like, I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm going to bring the guides in and you're welcome. Okay, Stephanie, take a breath. Yeah, here it is. So interesting. Some people don't want to give me their energy and others just give it right up.
I read tarot. I started reading tarot cards in high school. It was my thing, and I kind of got away from it, and now I want to get back into that energetic opening of myself.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I also had gotten. Wow, that's interesting. I had also gotten away from it for a little while, and I just didn't feel healthy. So the moment that I brought it back, in fact, Joseph, because I was running a very large company. I still run a large construction company. You would never guess that. But I run a very large construction company. I remodel houses, which is very 3D, very structured, very time structured. I have clients and trades, and it's just, but the money was so good and it was just what I was doing. And I thought, I guess this just isn't something I'm going to do anymore. And then Joseph was like, why don't you come and be co-host on my show? And I was like, sure. And then the second I sat in that seat and reconnected, I was like, this is what I've been missing. And I had been going to the gym with my physical health, and I had been going to see my mental health counselor, who's a lovely woman, if anyone wants her name. And I was feeling a little better, but not good enough. And then the second I connected here, it was everything just went snap, and the chakras aligned, the spirits opened, and now I am just in love with life, and I will never not do this again. I will never let that happen. So you pulled almost all amazing cards, like beautifully done. Is there a male energy in your life that's a guru type of male, like an enlightened male energy, or you consider
I have a 4-year-old son. I am a single mom, and I also have a father that passed away who I feel is in my son. He is around. I feel him around all the time. Yeah,
I just received validation for that. Yeah,
my son is my father. Like, it's uncanny.
Look, can you see all the other goosebumps all over me? That's awesome. Yes, I see an enlightened male presence around you. That's a guru type of enlightened being, that's going to be very, very, I don't know, special here on this earth plane. So chosen, I guess, as you specifically to be a mother, because all of your cards are pulling in alignment with source, in alignment with guides, in alignment with channel, in alignment with being communicated with. And I'm also seeing moment to moment awareness. So do you study, or have you studied the power of now?
Like I said, I'm starting to get back into all of this.
Okay, so I can see that that's the right move for you to make, to get good all of this. Yeah. I want you to remember this word. It's called moment to moment awareness. It's also called presence. It's called the power of now. I want you to study this.
Okay.
Read everything. Look up Eckhart Tolle. His book is intense. I feel like you could handle it. Call it a high-level mastery book. You won't fully understand everything at first. I've read it 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 times. I've just listened to it on the books on tape, on Audible. I started to understand it maybe the second or third time reading it, but somehow energetically felt better. OSHO is another master that teaches the presence and the power of now. And Ram Dass is another one who teaches it. So you want to begin to study, because that is where you will have the right energy to take care of the child in your care that needs to be exposed to this energy. And, you know, obviously there will always be light and dark, and we have to remember that the light and dark, the mountains and the valleys are all a part of life, but this needs to be core foundational knowledge, and that comes from the mother knowing it.
Right.
I do see success. So success was here. I see change. So this is an energetic shift and an energetic change where the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, everything is going to come together. They are asking you to, again, have total trust here, and that there's a new vision. So the new vision comes at the end of this. So whether you've had the new vision yet or not, or whether it's coming or it's here, but this is a part of it, mastering that energy and taking the steps in this direction. This is your path that you will
Thank you. I just started a new job in real estate, and I feel like this is my year. Like, I'm getting myself back.
Yeah, everything is, I haven't felt chills in a while. Thank you. This must be your father who's speaking to me right now.
I'm telling you, he'd never shut up when he was alive. So I'm sure he is flirting with you now because you're totally his type.
That's it. He's right here. He's like all over the place.
I'm telling you, I know. That's why I want to talk to him so bad.
Yeah.
To say, how do I deal with this kid? He's you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What a beautiful, and especially you being so open to all of this, to be able to incorporate what you know, the child, your father, your new vision, and then to create the spiritual health in the meantime. I mean, what a beautiful gift. What a beautiful life you have coming in front of you. One thing to be aware of, an energy in your field of compromise. So we want to make sure we're paying attention to the compromising energy. If there's some tough energy or some non-compromising energy, or nope, this is just it, this is the way it is. Just be aware of how that energy can be a little bit of a block. Yes. But we want to love it anyway and nurture it and support it. And yeah, so beautiful reading. Good job.
Thank you so much. You made my year already. Thank you.
You're welcome. And sometimes, you know, that male energy, it could be someone you haven't met yet. So keep that in mind too.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Yeah. Zach is enough to handle, but
I'm a single mom too, and I'm staying single. I've decided to as well.
I've been single a while, and I'm quite happy that way.
Me
so
too.
I feel like if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you this. If it happens, it happens. You will 100% recognize the light within the person's eyes instantly. I will give you that gift right now. So there won't be like, there's this, is it? You will know, and you will feel the kindness and the compassion and the love moving forward.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll see you Wednesday.
See you Wednesday night.
See you Wednesday. Bye. Okay, so let's see. I have Kim here. Let's see. Remove. Hi, Kim. How you doing? Oh, I can't hear you. Let me see. I'm gonna unmute you.
There you go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. How are you, darling?
Good. How are you?
You have one of those babies that I like, don't you? Where is that child?
My grandchild?
Yeah, you got that little girl in there. You have that little girl, don't you?
She's in bed, but my grandson's right here.
I love that little girl that you have.
He's been on with Joseph, my grandson.
Yes, he's been on with Joseph too.
Yes.
Yes. I love the children.
Yes.
I love the children. And have you opened up your windows, Kim, and gone outside and started walking and getting some fresh air and letting the children show you the beauty in life?
No, I still hibernate.
Well, I will always ask you to go outside and open those windows.
I need to do that.
Get that energy flowing. You'll feel so much better.
I just can't get motivated. I cannot get motivated.
You missed the earlier conversation that we were talking, not that I want to go review it all right now, but the lower vibrational energy conversation, which is just when you can't get motivated and you don't feel quite healthy enough. That's a lower energetic vibration that's kind of surrounding you. And we talked about earlier about how to kind of get rid of it and realize that it's there. So maybe keep in touch, because I'm going to teach a little online course about it, because there's a way that you can remove all of that energy that's keeping you tired and keeping you inside. There's a way for you to remove it from your energy and you'll feel completely better. So
I would like that.
Yeah, you really will feel better. I've seen so many people feel better. So I'm going to teach a little class. So keep in touch with me. And then, and I'm going to make it really affordable for everyone. You know, I want to make it so people can afford it. And I think I'm going to do it in 4 weeks, because I cannot fit everything I have to say in 1 2-hour class. So I'm going to pick like a day a week. Yeah, I just can't. I kept thinking about it a little work, and I'm like, I need time, because when I speak to you, then you need time to allow it to digest. You need time to allow it to incorporate into your field. And then I can see you again and we can talk about how it's going. And I can see you again and we can talk about how it's going. I'm going to do it, I think, in 4 weeks. And I think by the end of those 4 weeks, you should be in a really good place to be able to do that for yourself moving forward. Okay. So, I mean, you have a beautiful reading. You have beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. I do see, which is probably going to surprise you, but I'm telling you, they do not pull accidentally. I never have seen them be wrong. So you have an intense change coming your way.
I do?
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, she's going to be like, no. Intensity and change. So maybe it's time for an intense change. But these are your first 2 cards, which means they're your most important things that have to take place in your life at this moment. So that is a change. And to me, what this change means that it's time to reacclimate and reincorporate yourself back into the world. And we're going to move at an intense level. Now, they're also letting me know that your inner voice is talking to you and letting you know that they have you, that they're taking care of you, to trust them, to reach out to them, to allow them to come in your life, to allow them to work in your life, to allow them to be present in your life. So I think maybe that energetic shift, moving some of that energy away from you, is probably really crucial for you right now. Now, so a few things. So around you, you have some energy that's talking. Like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should have made that decision. What are you going to do about this? So it's kind of like, I don't know if it's more of a gossip, but it's also a little bit of a lower vibrational conversations of kind of coming at you. And what I want you to do. Do you see her? All those people are talking to her. This is what you should do. You should be doing that. This is right and that's wrong. What about this and this and this and this? And in the past, you've engaged in this conversation and you've allowed your energy to be pulled in different directions. And you've allowed this energy to affect you personally and internally. You've allowed it to make you feel good. You've allowed it to make you feel bad. Be aware of how that's affecting you, because it's like a roller coaster of, I can't make everyone happy. I can't please everyone. Sometimes that energy is harming you. It doesn't mean to harm you. It's not deliberately trying to harm you, but if it's a lower energy and it's around you and it's plugging into you and you're plugging into it, this is why you're getting your energy drained out of you. You see, this drains, I'm going to show you again. This drains your energy, but you don't have to let it drain your energy. You have to just meditate while the conversations are taking place. So talk, and you're just like, I can hear and I can listen and I can send some love and forgiveness and kindness and compassion for this soul and do a little bit of ministry work here, but I'm not going to lower my vibrations to commiserate and engage in the conversation back and forth any longer. It's why you're feeling so tired. So again, also moment to moment awareness is pulling. So they just would like that little bit of that practice on that moment to moment awareness, meaning, we're just excited about the little things in life. We're feeling grateful for the little smiles of a child. We are not stressed about the past or the future, but we're taking self-care, taking care of ourselves, and just appreciating and finding that gratitude for where we're at, the fact that we're breathing, so it's about bringing in some of that healthy energy back, refilling that cup, that maybe has been drained out and given. You're just like, here, take this. Oh, you need this? Here, take that. Oh, you need this? Here, take that. Even energetically, even with your soul. Oh, you need some love? Here, take my love. Oh, take it. But no one's giving anything back and you're feeling kind of low in energy. And that's why you're so tired, so we got to do a shift. Oh, that's probably what all this change is feeling. This intensity and this change is like, it's time now. It's time, because the possibilities are endless, which means, I'm sorry, you have a whole world out there waiting for you. You have an entire world out there and you have the courage to make this step. So your cards are speaking to you that it is time for this shift and this change. Okay. Whatever that means, we're going to fight for our energy and our life at this moment. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Well, next time I want to see the children.
Okay, they'll be here.
That little girl, reminds me of me. She has similar energy. I know her soul somehow. I don't know how, but
she does have some special things she sees and hears.
No, she's very special. No, she's very special. I remember her energy even to right now. She's just like me. And no one understands her in school. Yeah, and she's maybe even bullied a little bit. I don't know if she tells you that, and the kids.
She tells me certain things and I'll just look at her like, is that true? Are you sure? Did you see that or did you hear that? You know what I'm saying? But she does tell me certain things about speaking, to somebody. And I question it sometimes, but she says, Grandma, I'm telling you, you know what I mean?
No, she's like me. I can feel her. She is an empath and a light worker and a healer. And that was why part of me wanted to talk to her, because I wish someone had talked to me at her age. So I didn't understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling, because at school, all of those children's energies, she's so sensitive to them that they're affecting her little soul. And she doesn't understand why. Because how this person's mean or upset, and she feels it like a dagger, and that person's energy is low and it sucks into her soul. And at that age, it'd be so great for me to just explain to her that what's happening, you know.
She needs to talk to her. I want them to be more a part of this, because I believe in this. I wanted to go to Joseph's thing about the guides. I wanted to hear that so bad, but I couldn't make that Saturday. You know what I mean?
Well, guess what? I just heard a message today, and I'm going to tell Joseph on Wednesday that the class that he taught at Jamar's, I'm going to ask him to move it to an online forum as well.
Oh, that would be great. I could do that, and I'm so interested in that. But I want to bring my granddaughter on. She's very private about it. She's very private. But I would. She sees you on Monday night. She's in bed right now because of school. But I want to. I'm going to see if I can get her to come on next Monday. But she'll be on Wednesday.
Because I work a lot with the children. I work a lot with the kids. So, because they're our future. They're the future of the planet. And so the more children I can get a hold of, the more that I can remind them of who they are and tell them how amazing they are and how special they are and how important their energy is and how their little energy receptors, and be able to protect their energy from a young age. They might not have to go through some of the pain that some people have to go through.
I would like for her to understand it more. I would like somebody to explain it to her so she knows what she's seeing and hearing. And explain to,
even my daughter, I had to tell my daughter the same thing, because my daughter would come home telling me, and she was 4 years old, and she would say, Mommy, little Willow has pain in her heart, and she was so sad, and the pain in her heart has stopped her from speaking. So I did this and this and this to her, and now she is healed. I mean, she was like 4 years old. And I'm like, oh my God, how do I nurture that? It's not as easy to figure out how to nurture it in children, but we have to try. We have to try, you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm all for
and at least it gives them like in their lower times, like, because my daughter still, you know, she'll come, she'll watch, she'll learn. I don't want to push it on her. I don't want to insist she learn it or anything like that. But in times, my feeling is that in times of darkness, which we all have to go through, I pray she remembers there is a light. She's been exposed to a light. There is another way. There is an answer. She will have to seek it out and make a choice to find it herself, as will mine. But at least we're exposing her to let her know she has a choice, and that there's another realm out there that has answers.
I want her to understand. I want her to learn that. I want her to learn that and hear that and understand it. I really do.
Well, bring her on next time for me. I would love to speak.
Kristen. Thank you, Kristen.
All right, Kim.
Thank you. Good night.
Talk again. You're welcome. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night. Okay, and then I have, let's see, Mondo Boyle. I don't know if you're still on. Probably not. But if you are, I will give you a reading anyway. Now I'm curious. You gave me permission, so I get to move into your soul and see how things are going. Beautiful picture there. Mondo Boyle. Strong energy. Very strong energy. Oh, that's why. Look, he's a creator. Yeah, my hands went numb. Okay. Ooh. All right. Here we go. Okay, so I do believe I have a female energy here. I do hope she receives this message. Part of me enjoys sometimes reading without the person there, because I can just say the whole truth and I'm not afraid to say it. So here it is. Yes, you are a master creator. You have been feeling that there's something probably a little different about you. You are a light worker and an empath and a healer. You are being spoken to by the universe. Having said that, you do have some energy that's around you that's causing your mind to split. Many of us have this mind split. And what happens is probably, let's call it the split between the 3D world and the 5D world of creation. So when the mind splits, there's that lower vibrational energy is making you feel unhealthy. And when you feel unhealthy, you cannot really connect to channel. I mean, channel is always there, source is always there, but when our mind is unhealthy, it blocks the messages. I have a hair in my mouth. It blocks the messages from coming through. So I do want to let you know, so sorry, but I feel like you already know this. You're coming to completion in a certain circumstance in your life. It is coming to an end, and it is time for you to walk alone in this journey moving forward. It is time. So I don't know whether you will hear this or not, but how you're feeling, sometimes things aren't right, sometimes things don't seem right. They are not. It is time to move on, because your energy, that's what's causing the energy, the mind split, and that's what's making you feel unhealthy. You do have the courage to make this step on your own. I know sometimes that can seem like, how do I get out of this situation, and what are the steps that I have to do to take forward? But remember, you are a master creator, and you can create the world and that you're meant to live here. You have a destiny, and your energy is being suppressed by the lower vibrational energy that's around, because you're such a high level creator that the lower vibrational energy doesn't want your energy to be free. And so there's circumstances that have been placed around you to stop your energy from flowing. So make a choice, come to the light, come to this side. You are a master of existence. You know what I'm saying? So you've already known that you're beyond, you know, the illusion of what things are. You know that there is more to life than what you have going on right now at this moment. And you know it. I hope you heard this message. Mondo Boyle. Okay, y'all, so I'm super excited about these online classes that I'm going to do. I just received that vision today. Again, I'm going to try not to let like fear step in the way, and I'm going to just plummel through and get them done. Wednesday, I will see you Wednesday at 8 o'clock with Joseph for other readings and messages, energetic healing. He talks to your loved ones over there pretty easily. Let's see, hold on, I have a couple more private chats. Okay, good night, Mary. And then Reverend Debbie, I'm sorry I didn't get to you today, Debbie. I hope you come back, and I will definitely make sure to get to you next time. And then, okay, before I go, I keep missing the messages on my own page because they haven't linked. So I've missed them like a few times, and I want to make sure that I don't do that. Let's see. Yeah, 10 comments, and I don't think I got any of them. I keep missing. Oh, look, and there I'm talking. The messages. Oh, wait, it came through. Okay, never mind. I think I got them. Few places they're not coming through. Oh my gosh. I know no one's listening to me now because it's so late. I totally forgot to tell you guys. Tomorrow I have someone very special that it's going to be coming on. I am going to be doing Facebook Live. It's a gentleman that I met, honestly, on the side of the road. I don't believe he has a home, or maybe he has a home, but I don't know. God just told me to go speak to him. So I gave him a little Bible and some money, and just everything out of his mouth was all about God and all about this and all about that. And I think he's got a lot to say. So tune in tomorrow. I think we'll be on. I'm meeting him on the side of the road where we met at CVS. I'm going to set up the camera, and we're just going to hear about his story, because I love to see how God works through people. So we're going to hear all about what he has to say. Hassan, his name is Hassan. And he memorized my phone number. Oh, it's so cool. It's such a great story. So I'm going to see him tomorrow. So my guess is we'll probably be online by 6:30. No, probably around 6, between 6 and 7:30 tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow. Yes, and Mary says Christ Fellowship. Yes, y'all, Christ Fellowship is lovely. If you need the name of my mental health counselor, she's phenomenal. So keep in touch with me. Keep in touch with the classes that are coming up soon. And oh, my birthday party, don't forget, Fish Deep Row, April 17th. Everyone is welcome to come. Bring your light, bring your love. I look forward to seeing you. Happy Monday. Have a good night. I love you all. Don't forget to do your meditations. Stay up on your spiritual health. Find people like you. Take a breath. Remember, life is beautiful. Let's see, I gotta click out of here and I go to, you would think I would know how to do this already. There we go, let's try this one. Oh, I'm still here. Let's click watch. This is my favorite. Want to see my favorite picture? This one. Okay. Mwah. Love you guys. This is my favorite picture ever.